Hi fellow birdies, and welcome back to
another edition of SongByrd's Eating Show.
In today's video, we're actually going to be trying Domino's pizza desserts for the first time. We have never had their desserts from there, I don't think. Chocolate lava crunch cakes, the cinnamon bread twist, and the marbled cookie brownies. So we're going to go through each one with some sweet icing. Let's go ahead and hop into the video. Alright, the first one we're going to do is this cinnamon bread twist. It's made from fresh buttery dough, and you get a crispy exterior with a soft tender interior. Cinnamon sugar. I guess we're gonna try some without this and then some with it.
You good me?
Got a nice balance of cinnamon and sugar. It kind of reminds you of something you find at Auntie Anne's, or I'm very curious about. There's not really much to it unless you dip it into this thing. Oh, that is good. You gotta dip it into this ice, otherwise it's just kind of a bit plain. Like, the cinnamon sugar is a little bit exciting, but not enough to really throw me. But this adds the extra sweetness that it needs.
The cinnamon sugar's good, the icing's good, but what isn't so great is the bread part. Does it even have a flavor?
I mean, the cinnamon sugar, but the bread's just kind of like flaky. Like I said, it's okay, but it's not that exciting without that icing to it.
Yeah, I just don't get a flavor from the bread. Like, the cinnamon sugar's good, the icing's good. It's just that the bread itself, it's kind of like you're having like a piece of paper with the toppings attached. Terrible, but still not great.
Yeah, I could probably see myself like saying a 7. It's enough that's okay. It's just like I said, there just needs a little bit more flavor to be exciting. I would love to have that buttery flavor to the bread. The next one we're going to try is the marbled brownie cookie. You guys can see it looks like a brownie. It's got a chocolate chip cookie in the center of it. So, gooey milk chocolate chunk cookie and rich fudge brownie.
I can get behind the brownie part. Let's try the cookie.
Okay, that's actually pretty good. That was actually pretty good. The brownie itself is a little bit on the thin side. You guys can see that. So it's not like really like dense, like regular brownies that you'd make, but it's got a really good chocolate flavor balance. Chocolate chip cookie too, as that rich chocolate flavor that I think really makes it better.
That's a good cookie. Like, the brownie itself is pretty decent. It adds a bit to it, I think. And now I'm glad to have tasted it.
I think they were called those brookies, because there's recipes I've seen for brookies. Chocolate chip cookies do go well with brownies, especially if they're baked in the brownie. This is honestly one of their better desserts. I'd have to give this at least an 8.
I'd say I like the chocolate cookie. Now, I want to make clear, I'm not usually a fan of brownies. Like, they're not bad, just not my favorite thing.
I'm a fan.
And she's wrong. This is a good brownie. Like, even without the cookie, it's a pretty good brownie. And the cookie is really good. Nice and soft and gooey. Well, I'm curious if you guys can taste it when it's cold. Because you know me, I like to have my cookies cold.
I got leftovers in the fridge.
So I'm going to rate this one. Gosh, I got to rate it 8.5. That's a good cookie. I'm thinking like Cookie Monster. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me.
The last one we're going to try is what I've heard is the most popular dessert at Domino's. Chocolate lava crunch cake. And you guys know there's like molten lava cakes, whatever like that. I can't recall having had too many in my life. And it's dusted with powdered sugar on top. But it's supposed to be filled with molten chocolate fudge. So let's just kind of like crack it up. Ooh, yeah. Look at that.
Bite it. I can dig this eruption.
The fudge is kind of a little bit off-putting though. Like, it tastes a little bit weird to me. But the cake itself is good and chewy. And it definitely melts in your mouth. I don't know, maybe just because I'm not used to something like this, but the fudge just tastes a little bit weird to me. Like I said, I haven't had this type of dessert too much in my life.
The outside is pretty good. It's a bit too, crunchy for my taste, but it's pretty good. I'm really liking that molten lava, though. If this came out of volcanoes, I'm sure, like, everyone would want to, like, go to the closest one whenever they erupt.
I really do like the chocolate flavor of this stuff. Like I said, that molten lava is just kind of throwing me off just a little bit. Maybe I'll get used to it if I eat this again. I'm going to have to say 7.5.
Now, the main downside compared to the, marbled cookie, brownie, for both, you've got kind of like a chocolate base thing going on. This one, I think, is just not quite as good, and that cookie was just amazing. Lava's good. So I'm going down just a little bit. 8.
Overall, I think the best to worst was, number 1 is the marbled cookie brownie. That takes a top spot. Followed by the chocolate lava crunch cake. And then the last place one was just the cinnamon bread twist. It's just not, I wouldn't recommend that unless you just like eating plain, say if you're eating like cinnamon sugar toast in the morning, like some people like that. It's just kind of similar to that. It's not very exciting.
The marbled cookie brownie is really good. The chocolate lava crunch cakes, those are good too. Not quite as good, but they're really good. The cinnamon bread toast, the toppings are good. It's just that the bread just holds it back. if the bread had a bit more like
butter, like if it was more buttery. It's just kind of stale.
it reminded me of rice paper.
But if you do eat those cinnamon bread twists, you use this with it. 100% better. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's review of Domino's desserts. Let us know what other things you'd like to try from like fast food places or whatever like that. We're always curious to try new things, and leave your recommendations down below. And also, while you're at it, make sure to check out my Patreon page. I have bonus content, early ad-free videos, requests, and so much more. And also, while you're at it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and
Hit the bell to see notifications, and we will see you folks in the next video. Charles.
and this is Crystal signing off. I love you guys.
Bye,
Bye,
birdies.
birdies.